Welcome back, my thronglets. Today, I am on a mission to find the worst CGI used in anime ever of all time. Yo, what is that? What is that thing? What is that thing? Look at its face. Look at this guy's foot when it kicks up the dust. That doesn't even look real. I'm not gonna lie, we started off pretty strong today. That's going in the S tier. Okay, next up we have something from the exact same anime. What is this? This might be the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to give this one a 10 out of 10 as well. S tier. Easy S tier. Next up, we have some clips from Berserk 2016. This one was pretty bad if I remember correctly. Oh my God, look at that face. I'm not gonna lie, this looks like kind of fan made. It looks like I could have made this in Blender. Oh no, look at that face. I know that one's pretty bad, but there are ones on this list that are gonna be a lot worse than this. So let's put that in the B tier. At least they're trying. Okay, next up, we have a tweet that says, this is still by far the worst CGI used in anime, not gonna lie. With 600,000 views. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, this is pretty bad. Whoa, look at how bad these guys are. I think what upsets me the most about this is how jarring the lighting is compared to the other characters. It doesn't even look like the lighting's right, which is really funny. This one's gotta go in the S tier. Bad animation and bad models at the same time. That's incredible. Okay, next up we have another clip from Berserk 2016. I feel like this one's gonna be on the list a lot. He's just walking away. He's just walking away. If you're not even gonna move him, what's the point of even using CGI? I saw a guy in the comments say he walks like a piece of paper attached to a popsicle stick, and I can't get that out of my head. This has got to be S tier. The animation makes it so bad that it can't be anywhere else. It belongs in S tier. That was terrible. Next up, we have Sailor Moon's transformation in Sailor Moon Crystal. In terms of what we've seen so far, this is pretty good, even if the models look a little janky. That's a solid C tier for me, dog. That's a solid C tier. Okay, next up is one that was also highly recommended. This is Golgo 13, the helicopter scene. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, I mean, this is bad. This is objectively not good compared to modern standards, but keep in mind, this anime came out in 1983. So I think this was more of like a pioneering thing. I don't know if there was a lot of CGI coming out back then. So I'm not too mad at this. If this were to come out today in modern times, this would have been easy S tier bad. But I'm willing to give this one a bit of grace. The animation's not even that bad either. The camera movement's great. VFX isn't good, but you know, it's not terrible. I'm gonna have to put that in B tier as well. Ahead of its time. So this is the CGI intro for the show. I don't think this is terrible at all. This is actually some of the best CGI I've ever seen. This is gonna have to go in the D tier. This is one of the coolest implementations of 3D in anime I've ever seen. Okay, but this one, that's not great. That's not great at all. Why did they even animate this in CGI? I don't understand that. Like, you can't really tell it's CGI, but it just feels awkward. Like, it moves really robotically. The animation's not great. This isn't the worst one I've ever seen, but it's bad enough to go into A tier just because the animation's that bad. Okay, next up is a clip from Baki. They do a lot of CGI in this show. And some of it can be pretty bad, so let's see this one. I mean, the animation is not terrible, but it doesn't feel like it fits. It seems so out of place, right? Am I crazy? Why is this guy's T-pose, like he's standing so awkwardly? I don't think that one's too terrible, but it does feel a little awkward. That's a B tier for me, dog. Okay, the next clip is from something called Kimono Friends. I've never heard of this before. Okay, this one feels a little awkward to me too. I don't think the animation is very good here. Everything seems to be really stiff, and the 3D models are a little weird as well. This feels like a fan animation, but especially when she like lights this torch here, and do you see her hand? Her hand just kind of like, see her left hand just like snap down into an open position? I think that's just like lazy animating, dude. Again, like Baki, it's not awful, but it's not good. It's not good by any means. That's a B tier for me, dog. Blue Lock Season 2 CGI animation is God tier, ... I have a feeling it's not going to be. Ugh, brother, ooh. Look at this guy's arm. He's running like a robot. Look at him go. Look at that little guy go. Oh, wow, that is not good. That is not good. You know, it's such a disappointment because Blue Lock Season 1 was so good. And then fans get this, Season 2? What's going on? It's not as bad as some of the other things on the list here, but I took this season so personally that this is gonna have to go up to A tier for me. Absolutely heinous behavior. Okay, next up, we got another clip from Berserk 2016. This one's gonna hurt. I'm so mad because I love this manga so much. And then to have them do this is absolutely awful. I'm taking this one personally too, A tier. Don't even try and change my mind on that. Okay, next up we have Demon Slayer Season 3. There was a couple of CGI things thrown in here, so let's take a look at them. So the fish are all CGI. And I'm gonna say, in terms of like lighting and the 3D models, they look pretty good, but they still just stand out a little bit to me. So it does feel a little awkward. I think it's because the bar is set so high in this anime that when something's a little subpar, it like really stands out. Like these fishy guys look kind of weird to me. But we've had much worse, so that's gonna go C tier. Okay, next up is the bear from Golden Kamui, an anime I really enjoyed until I saw this part. I'm not sure what it is about animals that make them so hard to animate in 2D, but it seems that a lot of studios will opt for 3D animals instead of 2D, and this one just looks so weird. Look at this running animation. What's super bizarre to me is that they also did this wolf in CGI as well, but they did the shading on him as like a cell shaded 2D style thing, and then the bear is like almost semi-realistic. Why? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's pretty jarring. That's gonna be B tier. Okay, next is an anime called Knights of Sidonia. I haven't watched this one before. I think it's an anime that's fully CGI. It looks pretty awkward. Something about this guy's face is bothering me. But the characters feel a little, they feel kind of expressive. It just feels a little off. This is gonna go in B tier. It's not that bad. Next we have some CGI from Attack on Titan. Okay, feels weird. I think it looks a little weird at some parts. You can definitely tell it's CGI, so it's not blowing me away. And the animation sequence is kind of cool. There's some 2D effects in there as well. I don't think this is terrible at all. But if you compare this to the rest of the anime, this is lacking, like really lacking. That's another B tier. Next up, we have a show called X-Arm, which is a Crunchyroll original. All right, let's see what Crunchyroll's up to. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh my God. I feel like I see artists on Twitter that make stuff better than this. He grabs him, but it kind of like magnetizes to his hand, and then it sort of like flies, and it looks like it's gonna miss the building, but then it curves in and hits the wall last second, and then stops, and then explodes. And then suddenly he grabs a pole on the ground and rips it out. That felt weird. I didn't like that at all. You know what? Action sequences are hard. I get it. It's hard, but this is not good. Look at the sliding animation here. Why does he slide like that? That one was pretty offensive. That's got to go in the A tier for me. This one's just called Overlord 3 CGI Goats. Okay, so it's giant goat feet and everything is CGI. Oh yeah, this feels pretty awkward. I could see why this would be really hard to animate though. Look, they're all just like wobbling. Dude, okay, you know what? To be fair, this thing has like 6 legs and they all are facing other directions. As an animator, can you imagine your boss going like, yeah, you gotta animate that thing? How the hell would you do that? I'm not gonna lie. This guy did his best. They get a B for effort on that one. Next up, we have some more Attack on Titan CGI. I feel like in the first few seasons when Attack on Titan tried CGI, it was not hitting, but as they got later in the seasons, they got a lot better. And this is definitely one of the better ones. Look at that running animation was actually really well executed. You know, this is some cool action, that great, like really good posing. I actually really enjoy this. And if you freeze frame it, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty 2D to me. I know fans were giving it a hard time at the time, but now looking back, it's pretty good. That's a C tier. You're gonna sit right next to Fishy Boy. This one's a bit of a doozy. While I was doing my research, I kept having this anime pop up that people recommended I check out. Mekaku City Actors. Okay? Oh no. I feel bad because like the animation's pretty expressive, but it looks so weird. This is so Uncanny Valley. This feels like it was AI generated. Look at that face. This face is gonna haunt my nightmares for years. This might be one of the most unsettling ones I've seen yet. That is an easy S tier. Okay, next up we got another clip from Overlord Season 3. This one feels a little awkward too. This one definitely feels a little awkward, but I understand how... Oh, ooh, wait a minute. That's so bizarre. One of the cool things about CGI is that you can copy and paste animations. The problem with that is then you've got 50 characters with the same animation, so you can try and stagger them, but then they still kind of loop the exact same and the human brain can tell. This scene where they're all running at the camera, this feels so weird because it's all the same animation, and that's lazy. Same with this clip here. It's all goblins with the exact same animation, the exact same model. There's no variety on any of these. And that tells me the CGI isn't being used because it was the best choice at the time. It's being used to cut corners, and that upsets me. It's not S tier worthy, but it's going in the A tier because of pure laziness. You guys have bumped yourself up a notch. Congratulations. Next up, we have the gorilla performance from Zombieland Saga. I haven't seen this one. And it's got some cute 3D models that are animated, I mean, a little awkwardly, but it's not terrible, I guess. I'm gonna give this one some brownie points because all the character models are different. It looks like they're all it looks like they were all hand animated or at least motion captured separately so that none of the animations are the exact same, which is good. Because since it's a dance, they're dancing, they could have just given them all the same animations and that would have just looked terrible. And the models aren't terrible themselves. Like they've got the cool thing where they do the shading with the hair that goes over the eye. I always think that's cool when they do that. But there's still something about it that feels off. I don't know what it is. That's gonna go in the B tier. This one might be be the most requested one that I got. This is from Fate Stay Night. I think it was made in 2006. This might be the worst animated dragon I've ever seen in CGI. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like this dragon looks like it could have been on Reboot when I was watching that as a kid. Like, I feel like I'm watching one of my favorite kid shows from the 90s, man. What is this? And look how it's animated. It's so stiff. And he just stays there. Wait, look at him. He just crashes to the ground. It just stays there. What, does the body not move at all? Would there be some like follow through on that? That was incredible. This one makes me mad because it's another one that just feels incredibly lazy. So I think I think you guys already know that's an S tier. There's no way it's not an S tier. The Fate series is one of the greatest animated shows of all time. So that's crazy to see that even those guys can, even that show can have some dark moments. Next, we have one of the greatest shows ever. One of the first seasons of Initial D, but some of the car scenes left a little bit to be desired. I mean, it was in the early 90s, but you know, you could put some VFX, some smoke on it or something. Anything. This is a tough one because it's pretty bad, but it was made in the 90s, so they were doing their best, and that's what they had to work with. So that's B tier. Now, some people on Twitter are trying to defend CGI in anime as well. So this guy says, Huseki no Kuni, the prime example of an excellent application of CGI. Now, I've never heard of this anime, but let's see if it's any good. Cool camera shots. It still feels like a little janky, but like the camera movement's cool. The animation's pretty good, and I think there's some pretty good action here. And if you mix it with some 2D VFX, I think that's pretty good. Also, I think her hair is pretty cool. It's got to be up in the C tier for me. Easy. There's a new Devil May Cry show that's out, and apparently it has some CGI that's not very good. I couldn't find an actual clip, but this guy made a short about it, so he showed some of the footage. While it's not perfect, I think this looks pretty good. I think this is a lot better than some of the stuff we've seen. I don't know why people are so upset about it. It doesn't deserve to be an A tier. I'll give that a B tier. I had this clip recommended to me of a Sonic movie or something. I'm not sure what it's from, but this is all CGI. I can't believe. Look at this fight. Look at him throwing hands. Dude, this is it's 2D, it's 3D, it's got everything, beautiful camera angles. Look at this. This has been storyboarded to perfection. Look at that. Look at this. Look at my boy Shadow throwing hands. I know this isn't bad CGI, but I just wanted to include it. D tier, which means S tier animation. Well done. Next, we got some Bleach CGI. It's like this creepy hand thing. I haven't seen the movie, but I think this is pretty good. Animating hands is really hard, and the lighting looks decent, but I like the way it gets up and then starts moving and running. Someone did a great job animating this. Definitely not gonna have to bleach my eyeballs with this one. C tier. I also found this clip where this guy says, the Kirby anime, good show, but almost consistently it is CGI in nearly every scene. Fantastic. This is exactly what I was looking for. So you got their friends cheering Kirby on, and then Kirby just sailing off into the sun. Oh, I didn't even see the bird before. This bird is terrible. Look at the fight scene. Look at him go. Why is this all one shot? That was really bad. Look at the face Kirby's making right now. That's how I felt watching that. Man, I love Kirby, but that was pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That's an A tier. It's time for some honorable mentions. Stuff that wasn't exactly CGI or wasn't the worst CGI, but I wanted to throw in at the end of the video anyway because, you know, you've been here this whole time and you'll probably enjoy this too. This guy says CGI ruined the anime industry, quote unquote. Wrong! You keep watching anime with bad CGI. Go check out Nijigasaki and be enlightened. Okay, let's see what this is about. Oh, damn! Oh, damn, this is CGI? Oh, this is really good. This is really good. I like this. No way this is CGI. I can't even tell. This is incredible. Oh yeah, it is. I can see it. This is amazing. I've never seen that before, but damn. That's some of the best 3D CGI I've ever seen in my life, dog. That's a D tier. This first one isn't CGI, but it's from a Gundam show I watched a while ago, and the CGI was so bizarre that I just want to show you this. Look at how bizarre this CGI is. It's like super realistic, but it also feels uncanny valley. Like they look like toys. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm not sure what went wrong with this. Maybe it's the lighting. But you've got these like hyper realistic machines with like incredible lighting, and you've got these weird cartoony characters behind them. It's super weird. Can I include this in the list? I think I can. That's got to go up in A tier. That's weird. That was weird and shifty. This next one I wanted to include as well because people are 50-50 on it. This is Trigun Stampede, the remake. They did it in all CGI. I thought it looked brilliant, but the internet was divided on it and said it didn't look great. But look at this. The animation's pretty awesome. I think it's a lot better than any of the other stuff we've seen. I think people's problems with it is that sometimes 3D is animated in like closer to like 60 frames a second as opposed to like 2D animation, which is typically like 12, maybe 24 frames. So some people are upset about it, but I really enjoyed it. I just had to, I gotta stand up for that show. This one blew me away. That's D tier, easy. But I have a little surprise for you guys. I wanted to save the absolute best for last. Now, if you remember the beginning of the video, I hope you do, I showed you this anime called Kamikatsu, working for God in a godless world, right? And we had this clip and we had this clip, which is still my favorite. That is hilarious. But it wasn't just those two clips on that show. There are so many horrible clips on this show. I think they take the cake pretty easy. Now, after watching all these clips, I'm starting to think they did them bad on purpose. I haven't watched the show, but that's just my intuition here. So look at that face. Look at his face. What the hell is that? It's like old video game textures. I love the low resolution textures on his face, and the inside of his nose is just gray. It's so good. Next, they have all these like dinosaur things running at them, and they used all the same animations for them. This eating animation is just them bouncing up and down. Like hum 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 hum. Like, look how jarring this is. They've got a 2D character here with the 3D monster on screen, and then look at the animation, and they just walk away. That is horrific. Wait, why is she in a bikini? They've got this guy who has probably the worst toothache I've ever seen in my life. Look at that jaw. That doesn't even make sense. And there's just an endless stream of terrible CGI monsters. This guy has 3 jaws and it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. His mouth doesn't work. It's just like so good. It's brilliant.